Hello, beautiful manifestors, and here we are again on another Sunday. How are you? I hope you're very, very well. As you probably know, I'm moving house in the next week or so, up against it. So these videos are recorded in advance, a little bit shorter than the normal ones, but there we go. It's good to get something up. Okay, so we're going to do what we did last week. All right, my beautiful people, we are going to choose a card from my affirmation decks and we're going to see what the subject is and then we're going to discuss it. This is me kind of working off the cuff. We'll see what the subject is that come up and we'll talk about it. Now, don't forget about my new book, From Hoping to Having, The Formula to Wealth and Success. Links are below in the description box. It looks a little bit like this, but it doesn't have the bar across it. It's the formula to help you get more money into your life, okay? Let me know how you're getting on with it if you've bought it. The Audible version should be coming out round about now. It's already out in paperback and hardback and Kindle. Audible is due around the middle of the month, okay? So it should be out now. I will announce it when it is, okay? Alrighty, so let's bring this camera down and let's see what we're going to have coming out this time. All right, so I've got 3 affirmation decks, which you probably know. This is the original, From Hoping to Having Affirmations, Love and Connections, and Wealth and Success. So let's see what subjects we're going to be discussing today. What are we discussing today, please? Middle of September. What are we discussing? What are the subjects that we want to be discussing today? There we go. That's the one that we're discussing today. Okay. And it is, I am able and willing to reach out for help from others and to receive it graciously. Okay? All right. Let's get you your loving connections. What subject are we talking about with love and connections? Okay. It's about not tarring everyone with the same brush. Most men and most women are incredibly loving. I am now aligning myself with those that love fully. I am aligned with true love, healthy love, beautiful love. So we'll be discussing that. And let's see what we're getting from the Wealth and Success deck. Success is in my world and life now. Okay, all righty. So let's bring it up. Let's look at this first one then. Okay, I am able and willing to reach out for help from others and to receive it graciously. So I'm going to put up here at the end the missing pieces of the manifesting puzzle playlist, all right? Because one of those was on asking for help. It's a hugely important part of receiving, okay? Now, this is on the reset. If you've read my original book, the blue one, then there's a whole chapter, there's a whole section in the book about reset, which is to reprogram your thinking, your attitudes, your energy. And this is about reprogramming to be willing, to be able and willing to reach out for help from others and to receive it graciously. There's a few different parts in that, so let's just unpick it. So first of all, are you able? All right. If there is a block within you, I'm not asking for help. No way am I asking anybody for help. Then you're not able. So you need to work on that and say, why aren't I willing? Go back to the book, look at it again. I went into more detail on it and the sequel, again, looking at why we find it so difficult to ask for help. So we want to be willing. We want to be able and willing to reach out to help for others. That first one means getting yourself in alignment with, I'm okay to ask. I'm comfortable with asking. We generally are not, you know, we don't like to ask. So we've got to work on that and say, why don't I want to ask? I'll tell you why. It's because when you were a child, you were probably told, don't bother people, dear. Don't tell people our business. They don't need to know. We'll sort it out ourselves. Yeah, I heard that. Did you hear that? Let me know in the comments. We need to cancel that. This is a loving, abundant, supportive universe when we believe it is. If we believe everybody's out to get us and nobody's going to help us, then we're going to be very unwilling and unable to ask for help. So we need to change that. So let's shift that thinking. Let's open up and then to receive it graciously. Do you, when you do receive help, receive it graciously or through gritted teeth? Okay, it's like, I didn't want that help, but I've had to have it. Are you receiving it with, I hated doing that, I hated receiving that help, I wish I could have done it on my own? All right. Do you go into a guilt trip? I remember asking my son some months ago, my 37-year-old strong, strapping son, to help me flip my mattress. I live on my own. I'll be 61 this week, and it's hard for me to flip a mattress, a king-size mattress, on my own. I asked for his help. But I remember thinking afterwards, feeling guilty that I'd asked him. He was happy to do it. I didn't receive it graciously. I had to have a word with myself and say, be very grateful and gracious. Don't feel guilty about it. He could have said no, and you could have found somebody else. So we do have this issue with help, all right? So I want you, this is your homework for this week, all right, to really look at, are you able and willing to ask for help? And if you are, can you receive it graciously? Right, then once you've done a little bit of work on that, I want you to give yourself some homework and try and actually do it this week. Find something to ask for help. Ask somebody to help you carry your shopping. Ask somebody to help you with something. Ask Spirit if you don't want to ask a person, but ask. I want you to get into the energy of asking for help. Okay, that's your practice for this week. Okay, let's have a look at this one. All right, most men and most women are incredibly loving. I am now aligning myself with those that love fully. I am aligned with true love, healthy love, beautiful love. Okay, why did I put this into those affirmations? You know, I chose 48 affirmations out of a book of hundreds. Why did I choose this one? We're talking about loving connections. All right, many people are single, and they're single by choice because they are closed to love. I don't want to love again. Thank you very much. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, not interested. Right. The reason, there'll be a reason under that. There will be. Come on, be honest. There will be a reason, and it's usually because somebody has let you down badly, and you've somewhere in your being made a decision that if this was a man, all men are horrible. If this was a woman, all women are horrible. I can't trust men and women, all right? That we can, if we're not fully aligned with love, we can be attracted to and meet somebody who also isn't fully aligned with love. So they half-heartedly love us, or they have issues with intimacy or issues with commitment. And we kind of go, oh, well, see, you know, they just weren't loving. Right. If we can just neutralize that and say that most men and most women are very, very loving, right? So I want to align with them, not the ones that are not, okay? So have a little think about that, have a little look at that, and see if you can shift that thinking, okay? Because love is available to all of us when we're open to it. And love does not make the world go round in terms of our happiness. We do that. But it can uplift and enrich in multiple ways. So your message for this week in terms of loving connections, and it doesn't just have to be romantic, okay? Right? This can be family. This can be friends. You know, have you got a friend that is very closed, not particularly loving at all? Right, let's align with some new friends then that are really loving, okay? So they just want me to show it you again. I want you to really look at it, okay? And kind of soak it in. Let it sink in, let it soak in. Most men and most women, not all, I agree. There are some people there that are very close to love, but it'll be because they've been hurt by love, so they've closed down. Are you one of them? Because we're all capable of opening up to love, because we are love. We're from love. We are love. All right, that's who we are. So most men and most women are incredibly loving. I am now aligning myself with those that love fully. I am aligned with true love, healthy love, beautiful love. That's what you're wanting. Okay? All righty. And your third one, success. Success is in my world and life now. Right now, not when I get that job or when I get that home or when I get this or when I do that, then I'll be successful. No, we have to align with the energy of success now in order for the success that we want to come in. All right, so let's imagine you've got a junior job right now. Let's just use jobs, but it doesn't have to be jobs. It can be anything, okay? Let's say you've got a junior role right now and you want a management role and you see the management role as success. When I get that promotion to be a manager, then I'll be successful. Okay, then it's always going to stay out of reach because you're not seeing yourself as successful now. Do you see what I mean? You've put it above you. You've put it out of reach. What we've got to do is align with that success now. So even though you are a junior position, that is still successful. You've got a position. You've got a job. You're doing well in the job. You're liked. That's successful. Lots of people are hated in their job. If you're liked, then that's a success. If you get your work done and to a reasonable standard, that's success. I want you to find ways of finding success in who you are right now and what you do right now. And that aligns you with more success then coming towards you. Then that promotion can come in. So let's say it's not work, because I know lots of you are retired and not working. Then success can be in relationships, that can be in your finances, that can be in your health and well-being, it can be in your mood. You know, yesterday I was in a right bad mood for absolutely no reason. I couldn't shift it and I just went, oh, okay, all right. And then I just gave it a couple of hours and then I said to myself, what can I do to shift this? I've just got out of bed on the wrong side today. Perhaps it's something to do with the astrology, I don't know. But I was in a bit of a funk. So I said, what can I do to shift it? And an idea popped in my head because I was asking my inner being, help me get in a better space. I don't like being in a bad mood. And I just got, go to YouTube and go into your favourite comedian and go and watch 10 minutes of Michael McIntyre and that'll lift you. And it did. It was a 15-minute video. I was laughing within about 1 minute. And I laughed through the 15 minutes. I was in a much better mood when I finished that video. And that was a success. I got myself out of a negative space into a good space. That was a success. And I recognized it as a success. I could have just decided I'm going to be in a bad mood all day. I didn't want to be. I wanted to turn it around. And I successfully turned it around. Right? Make yourself a good cup of coffee, a good cup of tea. That's a success. I want you to start seeing the successes in your life now, and then you will attract more successes to come towards you. All right? Good. All righty, my beautiful people. That's what I've got for you this week. I hope it was helpful. If it was, give it a like, a share. If you haven't yet, do think about subscribing, and I'll be back next week. All right? I might be missing a week or two of the next couple of weeks because of the move and internet and when it's turned on, and I don't know. I'll do my best. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.